India introduced a surcharge of 37% over the already existing 30% tax on the super-rich, making the effective peak rate at 42.7%, and a super-rich person in India is anybody earning above $725,000.
Here's a summary of the article.
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman today announced that the tax rate on the super-rich would go up, with a peak tax rate of 42.7% being higher than the US 40%. Presenting her maiden budget, Sitharaman said that individuals earning more than 5 crore rupees a year would pay a surcharge of 37% on their tax, over above their 30% marginal tax. This comes up to an effective rate of 41.1% rate. Add to that various cess, and the peak tax rate comes up to 42.7%. The surcharge on those earning between 2 rupees and 5 crore rupees increased to 25%, bringing their effective tax rate to about 39%. The measures are in lieu of the rising income levels, announced Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, during her maiden union budget on Friday.
This post received a score of 44,660, with an upvote ratio of 88%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Also, people who make less than $7,300 a year don't have to pay income tax. It used to be $3,500.
This will be the great action to be take.
This is the needful.
Sure is.
Greater than account age, 4 years. Checks out.
$725,000 in India is an insane amount of money, even in the big cities. $725,000 makes you wealthy even here in America.
Is there anywhere earning $725,000 doesn't make you wealthy? Edit. Y'all crazy if you think $725K PA doesn't make you wealthy in LA, NYC, London, Singapore, Hong Kong.
Zimbabwe. Edit. In Zimbabwe money. Edit 2. Thank you for my first silver anonymous Redditor.
$14 to become a 10 trillionaire. Ha.
Wow, who knew I was mega rich with my part-time job in Zimbabwe standards.
This could also make debt look very bad.
Sir, you have an overdue balance of hella bread, and 17 cent. You have a min payment due of all the zeros due on the 12th.
It's going to take me more than 1 week to count all of the zeros.
Too bad most of their billionaires live in London, England.
And Dubai, Toronto, Vancouver, LA, etc.
Welcome to Toronto, where we only take 48% of your income. Unless it is capital gain, then 24% would be enough.
Even less if it is invested in real estate, which it usually is.
Primary residence is an untaxed shelter. Anything else is capital gains.
Which is why you put other properties in your kids' names. That way your 20-year-old kid can flex their $4 million Vancouver apartment on Instagram with their Supreme clothes. Very legal and very cool.
You're not wrong, but eliminating the tax shelter just screws over the middle class. Restrictions on the use of foreign capital and foreign ownership of property is the best way to maintain affordability. We have a prime minister who wants to increase immigration by 50 to 100%, but at the same time is worried about the affordability crisis. If foreigners qualify for residency, you can't block them from property ownership. We want to have our cake and eat it too.
You can easily limit the tax shelter amount, it doesn't need to include places worth millions. You can also have stricter residency requirements.
Which property around Toronto doesn't cost millions?
If only the rich businessmen paid taxes in India. Not declaring income as a pro sport in my country.
I hear only something like 5% of the population pays taxes. Is that true?
The actual number is 3%.
But that's mostly because most people don't qualify. Most earn below the taxable threshold. Not saying people don't avoid paying taxes, which they do.
It's both. There are lots of tax loopholes and exemptions, and tax evasion is endemic. Effectively, the only people who are taxed are the middle-class professionals who aren't rich enough to have offshore bank accounts, and there are tons of tax evasion schemes, some run by the firms in which they work, which they can exploit.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.